welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see from the title, we have a very successful niche haul from Marshalls. I had the best shop I've had in a while, and I am just gonna get right into it. So if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. So while I only have two fragrances to talk to you guys about today, they are both niche finds and they're both really exciting, and I felt like this time there was just so many finds all over the store in terms of like fragrance, makeup, and all that stuff, and I really like lucked out in that case. So I did get a lot of other stuff, which I will show my favorite. Like, I'll show two little things at the end. If you're interested in makeup, then keep watching. I have used both of them on my face today, but we're gonna get into the fragrances, and one is a blind buy, one isn't, but one is the first time I've ever seen this niche fragrance in like a Marshalls or Winners or something. So let's get started. We're gonna start with Acqua di Parma. I have found many an Acqua di Parma fragrance in like these kinds of stores before, but it's always exciting nonetheless, and I've got a good bunch now. I'd never seen this one, however, and funnily enough, I'd seen it on Instagram like a week or two before I found it, and I thought it looked so pretty, so I was happy to find it. So this is the 100 ml, which was super exciting, and it's the Acqua di Parma's Colonia Club. So I have the original Colonia, I have Colonia, like the newer, I have three Colonia fragrances. So this one I was excited about, and it's a really nice kind of winter green color. It lists mint, bergamot, neroli, lemon, petitgrain, lavender, geranium, galbanum, Haitian vetiver, ambergris, and musk. So this is the blind buy. I have yet to smell it. Just left it in little box here, and this is what it looks like. So darker bottle with, like I said, this kind of like winter green. I'm very excited. I have yet to be let down by Acqua di Parma in general, but definitely the Colonias. They're very unisex. Some may find them a little bit more male leaning, but I mean, women used to wear the original Acqua di Parma all the time. So let's discover it together. Ooh, okay. The thing I find that they all have in common is that really clean barbershop-y base. One might be more creamy, one might be more citrusy, one might be more cool, but there is like this really clean, old school barbershop smell, which I adore. If you know me, you know I love barbershop fragrances. I just love that scent. I always have. This one's definitely different. I actually think the mint in this is really interesting, because sometimes I think people are afraid of mint in fragrances because it might be toothpastey, and this isn't. And it's also not like the mint in Aura by Thierry Mugler, because that's very unique in its own way. This isn't like the mint in Balenciaga's Flora Botanica either. That's unique to itself. This is very fresh. Like, the mint in this is very almost sparkling. Yeah, I think that's like the best way I can describe it. It feels like carbonated water and mint as a note, rather than just like chopped up mint. It's very sparkling. It's very like almost fuzzy, and like it can clear up the sinuses in a way, but in a good way. I do like it. It still has that lemon, petitgrain, neroli, lavender, barbershopiness to it, like I said, but what really sets it apart for me right now is that like fuzzy, sparkling mint in the opening. I think, to me, this is more masculine leaning than the original Colonia, but it's nothing that I feel like I couldn't wear or pull off, but I do wear men's fragrances. So I'd say for the average buyer, this is probably more of a traditional men's fragrance. But I love it. I really, really like it. I think it's beautiful. And I have a feeling, again, this is a first impression, so I might be totally off base, but I have a feeling this is gonna last quite a bit as well. And these are all eau de colognes, all the colonias, but this one just feels like it's got some lasting power to it. I really like this mint, actually. It might be an acquired taste. This is not a safe blind buy, I would say. Judge yourself and your taste by the notes, obviously, and see if it's for you or that you think it would be good for a gift. But the mint in this is really, yeah, it's like almost as if you're smelling kind of like a mint eucalyptus, like steam. That's a really good way to put it, actually. If you've ever been in like a eucalyptus steam room at spas or something, this is like a mint steam room, how it just opens up your sinuses and it's really fresh and almost like vapory, obviously. That's what it reminds me of. So that's Colonia Club by Acqua di Parma. Very happy to have found that and really happy to add it to my Acqua di Parma collection. All right, now we're gonna go and get to what I've been putting off. So this was the first time I have ever found a Tom Ford fragrance at like a Winners, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and I was kind of in shock. It was $89 Canadian, so a really good find, and it was the 50 ml, and I found Neroli Portofino Aqua. I was literally in shock, and I kept checking to see if there were more Tom Fords. Maybe there were like a bunch, and honestly I was about to take my chances and just buy anything I found in store because I was just dumbfounded. But this was the only one, and it was the only the bottle of the only one, so I of course snagged it up. I could not believe it. I have loved Neroli Portofino, the original, oh my god, since before I can remember. I've never owned it, but I used to sample it like crazy or drown myself in it in Sephora way back in the day. And then I think maybe a year ago, I tried out the Neroli Portofino Aqua in a CCO, and I didn't pick it up. And I got Sole Positano instead. Sole Positano Aqua instead, which I do own. So, you know, that day I only picked up the one, but then when I found this, it was like, see, it was meant to be. It was fate that I get this eventually. So I have smelled it. I smelled it a year ago. I'm not going to be able to really compare it much to the original Neroli Portofino because now that one's just like escaping me in terms of scent. But I feel like I remember that they were pretty similar, and that this was just maybe like a little fresher. Maybe they're the exact same scent, I have no idea, but I remember I tried this one specifically, the Aqua, a year ago, and I went with Sole Positano, which I'm so happy about now because now I've got this one, and I love this color. I love turquoise, like mint, those kinds of bluey green colors are my favorite. So this has lemon, petitgrain, bergamot, neroli, orange blossom, amberwood, and white musk. Actually, very similar scents to Acqua di Parma, honestly. Other than the mint and the lavender, they have a lot of the same scents, but this is slightly out of season as well, obviously, but that was not going to stand in my way. So let's smell her together. Oh my god, I love this scent. Now I will say this was also $89, which is a great deal for the 50 ml for Tom Ford, like this higher end line from Tom Ford. Of course, I'm going to splurge and get it and love every moment of it. What I will say, because I have tried this so many times and I've tried Tom Ford fragrances many a time throughout my life, is personally, while I adore this scent, for me, at full price, I've not been able to justify it. all of the Tom Fords I own, I've got on sales. And like either through, you know, winners and stuff or just from Tom Ford, but on a sale. So I've never bought one full price because the lasting, or I've gotten decants and samples because the lasting power, and I can already smell, this is not a very strong fragrance. It is not going to have an amazing amount of lasting power or sillage. And it's actually quite poor. Like it's not even average, I would say. At least on my skin, I don't get even an average performance. So obviously that's not the best when you're spending $300-400 on a bottle. But I love the scent. I really, really do. And really Portofino is just super nostalgic to me because of how many years I've like loved and sampled it and never bought it. So the fact that I now have the Acqua in my collection, I'm just beyond happy, like so excited, and I cannot wait to wear it a little bit more in the spring and summer next year, obviously, but I'm so excited that I'm definitely going to be wearing it just at home as much as I can and enjoying it. So yeah, that is Neroli Portofino Acqua. And those were my two great finds. This was a short haul, but I wanted to do it nonetheless because I was just so excited to show you guys, and these were still, while not that many fragrances, a pretty expensive haul. And now we will get into the makeup before I put the fragrances in order of what I like most to least. All right, like I said, I got so many other things on this Marshalls trip. I got home stuff and makeup stuff and hair stuff, but two things I wanted to let you guys know about in case you're also interested in picking it up, and they've been really, really good so far, and I'm using or wearing both of them. The first one is an eyeshadow palette, and it's by LOreal. If you also are Canadian, then you know that it's pretty hard to get LOreal products here, or at least like in store. Obviously you can order online, but because we don't have Ulta and stuff, we can't get LOreal as easily as obviously you can in the States. And I've loved LOreal since back in the day, those Pro Palette, Mega Pro Palettes. If you were on YouTube back when those were popular and that craze, it was like cult-like the way that took over our lives. And I went to the States to get both the first two Pros, Pro and the Pro 2, and then I got one of the Mega Pros, only one of the Mega Pros because I couldn't even make it in time to get the others. But I've always really liked their eyeshadow palettes, and even now where I feel like if you wear makeup and you wear eyeshadow, they've kind of fallen out of favor compared to where they were before. Like people don't really talk about them anymore, but I still think they're great. I use LOreal eyeshadows all the time, still to this day. And I saw that there was the LOreal Los Angeles, the Shine Bright Pro eyeshadow palette, and it just brought me back. I still have my 3 LOreal palettes that I was telling you guys about, and I use them to this day. And this one, I was like, why not? Let's get some new colors. They are really great. They're always creamy. Their mattes are good. Their shimmers are good. Everything's good. So you can see the colors, obviously. I'm wearing on, they're very actually perfect for this time of year. There's jewel tones. They're muted. They're a little bit darker. They're definitely not spring and summer. I'd say this is a fall winter set, even more fall, I would say. And I am wearing Icicle, Azure, and Slate Blue on my kind of lid, and then I'm wearing Ecru as a highlight. But those are the only ones I've used so far. I've just done blue looks. I'm obviously going to do so many neutral looks. I feel like there's warm looks as well that you can do. My kind of go-to is always like goldy bronze. I love that with brown eyes. I think goldy bronze really like makes my brown eyes pop. But yeah, I was feeling a blue moment today, so love that. I wanted to tell you guys, keep an eye out. Really great prices. And I love getting Real Techniques brushes in general, but you find really good ones or limited edition ones at Winners and Marshalls. And I found this highlighter one from this range that I hadn't seen before. And they're kind of like lighter and I don't know, these like gray collection. I'm not sure what it's called, but I really, really wanted this one. I have a million of these fan brushes because this one is so floppy. Like, it's very light, it's not densely packed, and it really just allows for a really soft brush. Because all my other fan brushes are much more like tightly packed. Even if they're thin, they're very tightly packed. And I needed that for this Makeup Revolution. Oh no, it's the Revolutions London Pearl Lights Loose Highlighter. I have it in Peach Champagne, but it's a loose highlighter. And I've always struggled using this because it's very shimmery. And I love it actually for specific looks. But you need a light brush so that you're not just... I just want like a sparkling, you know, especially if you're putting it on your collarbone or what have you. So these go perfectly together. If you have loose products that you need a fan brush, these they're like these hollow brushes that are really light and everything. Definitely check them out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I promised I'd put these in order like I usually do, but because they're two, I feel like it's easy. First, second place. I would put Neroli Portofino Acqua in first place. Even just the rush of finding it, unbelievable. I like it more. I'm definitely going to wear this one more, but it was exciting to find Acqua di Parma. It's fresh, it's minty, it's interesting, and I think it would be a really nice gift for someone as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave me in the comments below which one of these fragrances you've tried or you'd like to try. Let me know about makeup stuff as well if you'd like. I'd love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye!